Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your February 2019 Astro Update. I'm Raina, and there's a lot of mixed energy in February, although there is a theme of career matters for you, as well as what you really want, your heart's desire, which I would say is the 11th house. The 11th house is your long-range goals, as well as your friendships, the groups that you belong to, so that social life. And the 11th house is, I would call it an idealistic house in the sense that when you really want something, it's like kind of that life that goes beyond just the practical. It's like your ideal life. At least that's how I see it. And so I would say, how does your career fit into that life or lifestyle? Because, you may have like certain dreams of where you want to live, what you want to be doing, but practical career matters may clash with that. And you are more of a realist, I would say, overall, Taurus, being an earth sign. So you may not even care about having dreams in the sense of like, when people really fantasize about what they want. You may feel like life should be attainable, whatever those dreams are, that they should be workable. And so you might not even want to call them dreams because they seem like they're kind of like fantasy. And you want something that is tangible. So what I would say to you is that in order to achieve something, first you have to conceive of it in your mind. And that's where the dreaming stage comes into it. So it's not about daydreaming, fantasizing in that sense, although that is part of the law of attraction. Getting into that feeling state where you are actually experiencing what it is that you want to experience generates more of the forces of attraction. So it's not idle fantasy that you might think it is. And it's a very important stage. So let your mind go wild. Don't hold back, okay? Until the 18th, the sun is in that 11th house, and you may be really kind of thinking of the kind of things that you want to achieve in the future. And I'm talking about apart from career objectives. On the 3rd, Venus goes into Capricorn, so that's a fellow earth sign. Now, it has been in your 8th house. And by the way, Venus is the planet that's associated with, among other things, money. So this could even be a financial gain in the 8th house that connects with other people's resources. So inheritances and payouts from divorces and, other kinds of payouts that are not from money that you earned specifically from whatever the work is that you do. And so Venus goes into that 9th house, which relates to foreign travel and expansion of your mind at university through religious studies and or God studies, spiritual studies. And in the 9th house, if we talk about Venus and love, you could fall in love with somebody either if you're on vacation, from somebody else's culture who lives far away, but also you could meet them here and they happen to be of a different culture. Somebody who is not from your particular ethnicity, your particular race, what have you. On the 4th, there's a new moon in Aquarius, and this is in your 10th house of career. So new beginnings in this area. Perhaps for some people, you're looking into a new career altogether. And so you might be kind of taking those steps to make that happen. And of course, this is the time to plant seeds for things to develop with your career. On the 10th, Mercury goes into Pisces. So Mercury, that's that 11th house again. So Mercury has been in your career sector, and this means that some of you may be in between jobs and you have been interviewing and talking to people who are the heads of companies and what have you, and just discussions with people connected to the career that you're choosing. And now your mind, as I said, can wander and think about all of the dreams that you have close to your heart. Also, in the 11th house, this could be very good for internet-based stuff, because 11th house connects with technology. So you may be perhaps connecting with people in social media. Maybe you're starting your own social media campaign or internet-based business or YouTube channel or something like that. And this is a social house, so this is a good place to, hook up with other people, perhaps electronically. The month of February is a good month to move forward in your projects, because we're past the eclipses, we have no retrogrades, and this is kind of a free rein for being able to do things. On the 14th, we have Mars going into your sign, and that always gives a boost to the energy. The first house is the body, so you may be like, hey, I'm going to get my exercise on. I'm going to get off that couch, Taurus, couch potato. Hey, I'm sitting on a couch right now. I have Taurus rising. I was just thinking the struggle is real to get off of this couch because it's so comfortable. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Venus likes to luxuriate, right? Venus loves to just take its own sweet time, very languid, you want to piss off a Taurus person, try to get them to move faster. It ain't happening. Taurus has its own pace. And even if we're talking about a tortoise, think about the tortoise and the hare. Enough said. But you may be getting a little injection of that Aries energy, one of the signs besides Scorpio that Mars rules. And Mars can give you kind of an energy infusion. And you may be like, wow, I want to go to the gym. I almost didn't say that because I wouldn't be surprised if there are a lot of Taurus people that don't like the gym, that would rather be in nature, that would rather, if you're going to exercise, do so in fresh air. And definitely honor yourself. If you're that kind of person, don't just go to the gym because other people do it. You can still exercise in natural settings. And I've actually seen people take objects like at the park and then use them to stretch on and to do all kinds of things. So don't let anybody influence you if you don't like to do something. On the 18th, we have the sun entering Pisces. So this is going to be a friendly angle to you since it's a water sign and it is Pisces specifically. There's that 11th house again. So sextile to that 11th house, and it's all about your dreams now. And I was trying to think of that. Oh yeah, her name is, she passed, Jan Spiller. She had this book about new moon wishes that I own, and she talks about when you have that, you have the sun in your 11th house, it's a period of great power for you. So to, make sure that you are doing new moon wishes when the new moon, the new moon in Pisces is actually happening next month, March 6th, but when the sun is there for that whole time frame. And this will differ, this is obviously a general reading, but the duration of planets in a particular house differs from person to person because most astrologers, I think just about everyone that I've ever seen, including moi, uses the unequal house system. So not all the houses will be 30 degrees, and therefore the transits do not take the same amount of time to go through each house. So but we can, that's why these readings are more of a general forecast. But this is a great time. Let's put it that way. The 11th house is considered the luckiest house. And then on the 19th, we have a full moon in Virgo, supermoon. The second out of 3 supermoons in a row, January, February, March of 2019. And this is at 0 degrees of Virgo, so that pure potential that 0 represents, even though this is a full moon, and you could say this is a culmination. Full moons, I think that people who are pagans, I'm not into that, but people who would probably agree that the full moon is this time of great fertility, so the creative forces. But it's also a time of culmination from, the cycle of the new moon to the full moon. So there's this, I guess you could say it's both at the same time. But with the 0 degrees, it's almost like a new moon to me. And this is in your 5th house of love and creativity, Taurus. So if you're looking for love, this may be a time when, let's say you have been flirting with somebody, but you haven't taken the plunge, and neither has the other person. Maybe something will come over you too. You'll have a little bit of that delicious lunacy, and you will just declare your feelings. Things will come to a head, and you will have this beginning to a romance. This could be, for some, an ending of a dating situation, because this is more of the casual level of a relationship before the 7th house commitment kicks in. So there can be just like the realization that you are in love with somebody. Maybe it's someone that you were not involved with. It just dawns on you that this person needs to be in your life. So in any case, what a nice way to end the month. It's also a great creative energy, and the 5th house is the house of creativity. So for you artists, that's a good thing as well. All right, Taurus, I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you'd like a private reading, the links are below. Have a great month. Bye.